Pleasantville, how we feel? Are we hungry? Yes, yes, my friend and family. Welcome back to my channel. This is the West Best Media. Today, we're going to be talking about the spirit of Sankara, Thomas Sankara, in Ibrahim Traore, a journey through time, revolution, and leadership. Again, welcome to West Best Media, where we cut through the noise and speak truth to power. Today, we're doing a deep dive into two revolutionary African leaders. One from the past, Thomas Sankara, and the other leading the present, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Again, my friends and family, please like this channel. Please subscribe. And please share with your friends and families so we can build this channel and help me grow. The question is today, how does Thomas Sankara compare to Traore? What they have each achieved as president, and is Traore truly working in Sankara footsteps, are carving out a new path for the African liberation movement? Let's get into it. Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara was born in 1949 in Yoko, Burkina Faso. At that time, the country was named as Upper Volta. That was the country's name at that time. Thomas Sankara was a military officer, Marxist, a Pan-Africanist, and a brilliant speaker. He took power in 1983 at the age of 33 through a popular coup. His message, ending imperialism, self-reliance, and dignity for all Africans. Ibrahim Traore, born in a small town called Kara in Burkina Faso in 1988. Traore was just a child when Sankara name was still banned from official history. A decorated captain, he led a popular coup in 2022 at age 34, also in response to corrupt leadership and French neo-colonialism. Both were young military officers who took power through coups, not to enrich themselves, but to dismantle colonial systems and fight for the people. Sankara, he would preach anti-imperialism, women liberations, agriculture for self-efficiency, and Pan-African unity, anti-debt, and he refused to borrow money from the World Bank and be controlled by the World Bank. Traore, at present, echoing these same values, expelling the French military and influence, reclaiming gold and mineral resources, and strengthening national defense, promoting unity within the Sahel region, which is the AES countries alliance, redefining sovereignty through a Pan-African lens. Sankara once said, "He who feed you control you," and Traore is implementing That way, the people feed themselves, so the people control themselves. Traore recently said, "We are not free. We are under occupation disguised as cooperation," which means he's saying Africa is not free. Africa is under occupation described as cooperation. Traore is revealing or reviving Thomas Sankara revolutionary spirit, especially around sovereignty and resource control, but adapting it to the modern geopolitical game. Now, again, my friends, would I ask you please like my channel, please subscribe, and please share. Now let's talk about economic and social reform. Sankara key achievement 1983 to 1987. He planted 10 million trees to combat desertification. He launched massive vaccinations campaign. Over 2 million children got immunized. Cut government salary, including his own. He sold off all the luxury cars that the previous government had bought in favor of modest Renault, Renault 5 from ministries. He redistributed land to the people. He encouraged them to be self-sufficient in 4 years. Promote women into leadership. Build schools, roads, health centers without foreign help. Traore impact so far since 2022 when he took control. He kicked out the French troops and media. He aligned with Russia and China for arms and infrastructure deal. He strengthened the National Defense Force, the VDP, against the jihadist group, because in that area there's a lot of jihadists, terrorists that raising havoc on the people. He launched a Sahel bloc, the AES, with Mali and Niger for joint sovereignty, joint military agreement. He's boosting morale amongst the youth and military with an anti-imperial rhetoric. And I did a video a while back, a couple of weeks ago, in how the young people of Burkina Faso love what Ibrahim Traore is doing until they took it upon themselves. No one told them to sleep in the streets around the presidential palace as the first layer of defense if anyone should try to come in to assassinate him. They have to meet with them first, encounter with the common people first. That's how much they love their president. If Sankara had more time to build at home, Traore has the force. Traore has the focus now. More external sovereignty and military restructuring in his first year, but his domestic agenda is growing. Strictly Pan-African vision. Sankara called for a united state of Africa and challenged African leaders to stop begging from former colonizer. He was way ahead of his time. Yes, he was. Traore is pushing for the AES bloc, which is Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, a new confederation. It's not just a military confederation. They are also planning a common currency, meaning they're planning to have their own money. Those three countries together, joint infrastructure projects, and collective diplomacy, meaning all three countries won't go to conference. They'll choose one person and send that one person who represent the three country. Traore is doing what Sankara only dream of, building a real Pan-African political bloc. Yes, he is. Now let's look at the legacy and the risk. Sankara fate. He was assassinated in 1987 by one of his closest friends, Blaise Compaoré, with French and Ivorian backing, which Ivory is an African country. Most people some people call it Ivory Coast, and some people call it Cote d'Ivoire. His legacy, Thomas Sankara legacy, was buried for a decade, but is now being restructured. Traore, his risk, he's still on the threat from both internal and external traitors and neo-colonials in power. The West don't want to see Traore prosper. They want to get him out because they know if he survives, other African leaders will follow. So far, he has survived several attempted coups already, and his opening defiance of the West makes him a clear target. The West, France mainly, and the United States, they don't want Africa to prosper, and they don't want strong leaders because they know the cheap minerals they get in, sometimes stealing from Africa, will end. Africa have always been at the foundation of the West. When it wasn't African labor, it's now African resource. And that African labor was slavery. Now they're forcing and stealing African resource to build their economy again. Traore is a practitioner who is executing his plan under fire. Sankara had limited time but maximum impact. Traore is still early in his presidency, but already reshaping the region and the dynamics. If Traore survives the next few years and keep his course, he could become one of the most significant African leader of the 21st century. And let me repeat this again. If Ibrahim Traore survive assassinations attempt, he will become one of the most significant African leader in this century and probably many centuries beyond. Now, that's what I have for you today. Please subscribe to the West Best Media, like, share, to watch other videos from this podcast and our YouTube channel. Never P. Now, people, my people, I'm asking you guys, please let us unite as Africans. Let us support each other and help to rebuild our motherland and also the country we live in now. We need to stand up and reclaim our glory. For 400 years, our greatness has swept underneath the carpet, and the Europeans, the Americans are trying and is trying and have tried to sweep all our greatness under the carpet. But once again, we rise, not with revenge, but with a destiny and a desire. This comes to the end of this podcast. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Please keep safe and be safe. Thank you, and God bless.